everyone, and welcome to Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Tonight's game features the Chicago Bulls and your New York Knicks. At guard at 6'6", from North Carolina, number 23, Michael Jordan.
Jordan, on this being his last game, he says he doesn't want to say that this is his last game here in the Garden because that would not only be disrespectful to the Knicks, but also they may end up playing him again in the playoffs. Now, Isaiah talked about it being a love affair with Michael here in the Garden, and Michael says that because of that love affair, he's going to do something special. And that special something is wearing his original Air Jordan shoes. And he said he also hopes to give him about 55. Bob?
All right, Ahmad, thanks. We told you about the Knick injuries, including, of course, Patrick Ewing out. And now Chris Dudley is back up at center, following him onto the injured list. That means Charles Oakley is at center tonight. But the Bulls have also made some moves. Luke Longley, with an injured knee, didn't make the trip in from Chicago. He misses his third straight game. And Randy Brown goes on the injured list with a strained left Achilles. Steve Kerr, their best three-point shooter, finally back after missing a couple of months with a separated shoulder, told me before the game he feels pretty close to 100% and could play his usual quota of minutes if called upon to do so.
Well, with Steve Kerr being back in the lineup, that gives the Chicago Bulls the type of three-point shooting that they need.
Kukoc has played much better as a starter than off the bench this year. Chris Mills with Kukoc on him. Cross-court pass intercepted by Michael. Cut off by Houston. Dishes to the driving Pippen. Kukoc around Oakley. Pippen. Michael from 20. There's his first basket.
Now, when you look at Chicago out on the floor right now, they have Kukoc, Pippen, and Jordan. Three guys who can penetrate and get it to the lane and create shots for others.
Michael, 2 seconds to shoot over Houston. Got it.
That's nothing you can do about that. That was great defense by Allen Houston, but a spectacular, great play by Michael Jordan.
Oakley, left alone, misses it badly. Kukoc has it. From 15 in, Oakley can be effective. That was a bit outside his range. Jordan for three. Hitting only about 20% of his three-point tries this year, but feeling it tonight.
Yeah, I think he wants to do something special, as Ahmad indicated, with the shoes that he's wearing. He's accepting the challenge now of Allen Houston. He wants to set him down defensively, but he also wants to start attacking him offensively.
Michael hits again.
Well, I like what we're seeing here, Bob, because both of these two guys have accepted the challenge.
Jordan. And nothing more beautiful than watching him play. As we mentioned earlier, one of the hottest tickets in recent New York sports history, Matthew Modine and Billy Baldwin. Frequently seen at the Garden. JFK Jr. is here. El McPherson. Woody Allen and Soon Yi frequently in attendance for a game against the Cavaliers or the Nuggets, so no surprise that they'd be here for the Bulls. And Wayne Gretzky, very possibly the greatest hockey player of all time, courtside to watch, likely the greatest basketball player of all time.
You know, when you talk about Gretzky and Jordan, what they've done for their sport is unbelievable. Without Jordan in basketball, and without Gretzky in hockey, these sports wouldn't be where they are today. But forget about the sports and Gretzky and Jordan. Did you see those diamonds in El McPherson's ears?
You know, I missed that. Michael in traffic. Jordan with 13, tying Houston for game-high honors. Terry Cummings, the veteran, can't hit. And Jordan one-hands the rebound. Starks, swings it to Mills, and Chris Mills misses the three out of the corner. The 8th rebound for Rodman. His average of 14.9, even though it leads the league, is his lowest since 1991. He goes to the hoop and scores.
You know, when we were out to dinner last night, Bob, Michael told me that he may possibly wear his shoes tonight. He said, the thing that I'm worried about, though, is if they hurt my feet, because I haven't worn these kind of shoes in so long. And I think he slipped there, and he's having a little tough time adjusting to the old school shoes.
we've been talking about Michael's shoes, the ones they are wearing. Now, these are the original shoes. These aren't makeups. These are the ones that he wore about 10 years ago, and at that time he wore about a size 12.5. Isaiah was telling me the thing he was worried about is if the shoes turn out to be too small, because now Michael wears size 13.5. It's a nice gesture, but just in case it didn't work, he has these right here sitting on the side. See, those are the ones he's wearing. These are the ones that are in reserve just in case those toes start barking. Bob?
All right, Ahmad. 6 of 13 from the field for Jordan so far. 13 points. He has 4 assists and a couple of turnovers.
But the thing about those old shoes, Bob, is they don't have the type of padding and cushion that the new shoes have. So those shoes were kind of hard, but, you know, the new shoes that everybody's walking around in now, those are called really Air. You know, you're walking around on Air. These are kind of flat and don't have the arch support that the new shoes have.
Houston on Jordan. Michael into the lane to the left hand. He's got 15 now.
Broke him down with the quick step, went left, nothing there.
From Oakley, off-balance shot is short. Here comes Michael. Spinning in the lane for the slam.
Nice. Nice. Shook him, spent him, then dunked him. But look at the paces that Jordan has on this move. He shakes him to the right, spins him, and then lifts and dunks it in the hole.
Houston for 3. Overshot it. Pippen back the other way. Gets it back from Michael. And hits the 3 out of the corner. Harper from Kukoc, 7 on the 24. Harper to the baseline, tries the bank and doesn't have it. Rodman clears the boards. His 14th rebound. Jordan nearly robbed, and the shot's going to fall.
Oh, my.
Oh, man.
That was nice.
Nice is an understatement.
Took the bump, took the hit, reversed it, spent it around. But what made the play successful was his ability to go left. Houston forced him left. And he extends and takes the hit. Knew he was going to get a hard hit from Oakley. Turns around and spins it right in. You see, Houston forces him left. He takes the short baby step, takes the hit, and spins it off.
Bulls down by 5. Harper in the lane. Can't cut it to 3, but Jordan can.
Nice follow-up. Great extension. Timed it perfectly. Used his body, used Oakley's body to gain leverage so he can tap it in.
Jordan takes it away from Johnson. The Bulls with a chance to recapture the lead. Kukoc from Michael. Another try, but it's knocked away. And Oakley comes out of the pack with it. Jordan will fire again, and he'll hit to give him 23 points. Jordan guarded by Houston. Slithers through the lane and hits with the left hand.
See, he gives you something different to look at every time. The last time down, he gave it to him up and he gave it to him up and under. The first time down, then he gave him a turnaround shot. He gives you a different look every time.
Jordan from Harper, and he'll be coming to the foul line.
See, what makes Michael very difficult to guard is he gives you something different every time. He gives you the in-the-middle fadeaway. Now, Houston will come down this time, and he's thinking in his mind, okay, I know the fadeaway that's coming, so he goes for the up fake, and he slips right through him. That's what makes him such a great offensive scorer, is because he's always thinking. He always keeps you off balance, and he knows how to take you to different spots on the court to make you think about what you're supposed to do, what you can and can't do to guard him.
This gives you a sense of some of what he's accomplished in this building. We talked to him about what's so special about playing at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I've always liked Madison Square Garden, even when I was in college, when we played St. John's or some of the games that we played. You know, it's always been an area or a place where basketball enthusiasts could notice a fake basketball player. If you're a real basketball player, they honor that. They show the respect for that. If you just a hype, you can't fool them, and they'll see it. You know, and it's like stepping on stage with an act, and people can see that it's an act, or they can see that if it's talent. You know, so that's the way I've always perceived Madison Square Garden.
And on this Sunday night at Madison Square Garden, 25 points and playing an overall game. A triple-double not out of the question. Flashbulbs popping as he hits the first free throw. At this Madison Square Garden, which goes back 30 years, he's the top scorer. Starks just can't get on track lately. Here's Houston. Double teamed as Pippen came over to help Jordan out. The ball knocked out of bounds. There was lots of contact. No foul is called.
I tell you, when Pippen and Jordan surround you, you can't see anything. All you see is arms, and the only thing that you can try to do is get it out of there as quickly as possible.
Unusual kind of makeshift lineup in there right now for the Knicks. Jordan gets the bounce as he just takes it right into a pack of people with complete confidence that he'll figure something out along the way.
Well, he shook Starks left, and then he crossed Oakley over and shook him right and made him disappear.
Jordan with 3 on the 24 will take it from the baseline, and now he has 31.
That was over 3 guys coming at him, running to stop him. Jumped up and said, "Too late."
Fadeaway. 33.
That was nice. He took the bump. Starks gave him a little knee in the butt, and he was able to still gather his balance and jump up and shoot it.
Michael and the Bulls lead by 7. Jordan with 33 points in what could be his last game at Madison Square Garden. He had 33 in his very first game as a pro in this building. November of 1984. It was just his 6th game in the NBA. And the rookie didn't disappoint the Garden crowd. The Bulls won by 15, and Michael had 33. The first of many outstanding performances in what he calls the Mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden. A point a minute and almost a shot a minute. He's hoisted up 30 and made half of them. And he's still wearing the old Air Jordans. If they're giving him any trouble, he's figuring, well, I'm filling it up. I'll stick with them.
For some people, it really is the shoes.
Jordan the fadeaway. And a whistle. Joey Crawford blows play dead, and Spike Lee is all over Michael Jordan as he passes in front of him, and Michael has a few words by way of retort.
Well, he just told him that he couldn't guard him. Starks is a little too small, he's a little too short, and he's telling Spike, he's too little, he can't guard me. He said, you can't guard me, you're too little. And then he says, hey, you come out here. You come out. Spike said, I will, money. That's the specialness that he has with the Garden crowd. You know, no other player could come in here and get the type of respect that Jordan has. You know, you got Earl Monroe sitting there. He brings out all the great ones to watch him perform and play because he really is that type of a special athlete and a special talent.
Jordan into the lane with the fadeaway. Count it and bring him to the line.
See, look at the pass. I mean, it's perfect between them. It's the pass that leads him right to the score. You know, Pippen gives him a pass. Jordan doesn't know what's behind him, but Pippen gives it to him right, and he knows the split's coming. It's the pass that sets up the shot. These two work so well together. You know, Jordan can see it without even realizing it, that it's the pass that Pippen gives him. You know, the pass takes you right to the shot.
Michael. Oh, my goodness.
See, that's the strength of Michael Jordan. You know, early in his career, he wouldn't have had the type of strength to power and muscle that shot up.
A number of the players and even 2 of the officials are laughing.
Watch the strength here. He takes the bump, Cummings grabs him, and he still is able to fight through and power through.
You know what? Strength is one thing, but lots of guys are strong, and lots of guys have skill, and only one guy has this level of artistry. Man, Mike moving in for the steal, and the save for Harper. Harper now all the way to the bucket. Hits it, and he's fouled.
See, this is when Chicago takes your heart. They know that they may possibly run into New York again in the playoff, so they want to plant it in their minds that you'll never beat us. Now watch Jordan shoot the lane and makes a steal, and he jumps and throws it. Now watch Harper as he comes down and uses his body to shield off Oakley. Takes it to his strong hand, which is his right hand. Oakley tries to foul him, but Harper seals them off.
Jordan has hit 17 of 33 to this point for 42 points. Looks like he won't get the triple-double. He had 8 rebounds and 6 assists a while ago, and he's stuck on those numbers. 8 boards, 6 assists, 42 points, and now he leaves. To a standing ovation. Some of the crowd has left, but most of it remains, and an appreciative ovation for Jordan.
And the thing that I like most about what we've just seen is Phil Jackson's understanding for Jordan, understanding how this is a special moment for Jordan, and he lets the crowd acknowledge him.
102-89 the final, and here's Ahmad with Michael.
Bob, Michael, another terrific performance here at Madison Square Garden. Was this one any more special than the ones you've had here before?
No, not really. I mean, I came in to play hard, you know, and every time I come in here, it's always fun to come here. You know, the basketball enthusiasts are watching the game. You want to play hard. You always got a challenging game with the Knicks. So, I mean, I don't take this game any lightly, than the other games. I got to come with the same focus, and today was no different.
The Bulls as a team seem to be, the continuity is much better. Is it that because Scottie Pippen is finally coming around off of that injury and getting into the flow?
Yeah, he is starting to get his rhythm. You can see that. And I think this week we had a chance to get some practices in, and we got more of a team rhythm. And today we came out and I think we played a good all-around basketball game for a good period of the game.
Now, what about the shoes? See, now this was a gesture for the New York crowd, and it's one that your feet probably weren't looking forward to.
Well, I was joking with my wife at home, and I said, you know what? We're going back to New York. Why not break out the new shoes, or the old shoes, actually? And it's been a long time since I wore them, and it kind of, it's kind of fun to come back here and play and remember some of the old days and some of the things that, some of the games that I've had here, and the shoes is a part of that. So, my feet are killing me. But it was fun, though. It was fun.
I figured because, see, when you had those were 12, and you wear a 13 and a half now.
They shrunk a little bit. I think they have. But, it's fun. The shoes just mean shoes. I think you have to still go out and play the game. And, that's a big pressure to come out here with some new shoes and, making a statement. And still, you got to play the game of basketball.
All right. Congratulations on a great game, man. All right. Back to you, Bob.